XL guys, bringing you guys a video. I am watching some more Call of Duty World League Championships, and oh my god, once Optic went up against Luminosity, now it's Elevate going up against Luminosity, which in all I say Luminosity would win this.
Being a part of the Call of Duty competitive scene has honestly been almost a life-changing experience for me. I love everything about it. It's the connections you make with your teammates, with all these other pro players, with the fans that you meet at these events. We're all hanging out, we're all having a good time. I started off playing video games at a very young age, so I always knew growing up that I really enjoyed video games. I finally got introduced into MLG and saw the tournaments and saw those people playing for thousands of dollars and stuff like that. And I remember thinking in my heart, I want to do that. Slayer, which means I just kill as many people as I can. I'm mainly supporting my teammates who are doing all that objective work. I went through a bit of a low point in my career at the very beginning of Advanced Warfare, this past Call of Duty. I was on Optic Gaming for an entire year during Call of Duty Ghosts. Optic Gaming is kind of the pinnacle of Call of Duty organizations in terms of fan support. And then I ended up getting dropped at the very beginning of Advanced Warfare before we'd even played together, before we'd even scrimmaged. I understand now where they were coming from. When you have the chance to get two high-caliber players like Holman and Crimsix, it's kind of a no-brainer. But looking back on it, I kind of got released in a really, really unfortunate way. We played him at Call of Duty Championships, and I said that tweet, throw me to the Wolves and I'll come back leading the pack, because the team I was on denial was called the Wolf Pack, and so it worked out perfectly in terms of us being the Wolf Pack, and they threw me to the Wolves at the beginning of the game. At the end, we ended up beating them and winning that $1 million tournament.
Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Been Call of Duty gods for as long as I've known about Call of Duty.
We have like 4 of the best Call of Duty players to ever touch the game on consoles.
Krim is more the in-game leader. He goes over and gives the most advice.
Scump will be the guy who's just always something serious.
Then you have Formal, who's our AR player or assault rifle player. He's more of sit back, hold lanes. We go at each other's necks a little bit online. We're gonna fight, we're gonna butt heads, we're gonna have arguments. We're not gonna agree all the time.
Whenever there is a tense argument going on, I'm usually the guy that's like, bro, let's just relax. We're just 4 best friends.
We have a great time in and out of the game.
Goal this year is sort of to get revenge for last year. I think that everyone is still pissed off about the whole 7th place thing.
Going in with the best team that I've had at the Call of Duty Championships to have my worst placing, it was heartbreaking.
We made it to the finals of every tournament but that tournament.
No one else thought they could beat us. No one thought they could touch us at a thing.
That's probably the most mad I've ever been in my life.
I think we all kind of learned last year what not to do this year. There's no way that we're going to have to happen again.
B-drop. Slasher was in the action too. He's able to get one. The drone's still down. What a heat wave coming in from Karma. Can they make the plays? The drone's still drowned. It's right in front of Slasher. They get him for a second, but he's by himself. He's getting pinched from both sides. This is nuts.
He is putting down tons of shots. How is Slasher still alive?
I have no idea. He gets another. The drone is reset though. So all this time, all he's done is at least keep them pinned.
Slasher has gone on an unbelievable spree here. 7 streak in their base.
There's still a sight in play. The specialists most definitely are not dead. Coming around that corner, looking fierce. 8 seconds and counting. He keeps him safe. He locked it down. Nelson, the bodyguard, is going to scoop it up and make it to 7. That is an astounding round. One to remember.
The heat wave gets hit. What a perfect use of that specialist. He stops the dunk from coming in. That is definitely a play to keep in mind. Classic with Afterburner. One player to beat, though, that's wall running as well. He turns around, passes it to his teammate. Mooney moving over the drone. He's got on the drone. He's going for the dunk. Is he going to float on in? Oh, that was so anticlimactic. The story of my life as he uses
we got a score. It doesn't matter. Yes! The greatest upset play ever.
Looks like they should be able to at least put a 2.
They have an opportunity here.
Yeah, they have an opportunity. And he's got kinetic as well, so they have an opportunity to actually make this. You see the drone get to the hands of Optic. Slasher picks up, not able to toss it for yards though. It's actually good.
They got this. I think they have a chance. They got to toss it. Turn around. You got to run. 6 seconds left. They should be able to get the dunk. And tie game.
in a nade, try and get a hit marker, but I don't think they have any idea spaces in that corner.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Look how cocky this is. He's
Really?
He flies in, tries to no-scope one. He watches his teammate drop. Is he gonna be able to connect with this thing? There it is, Aqua, man on a mission right now. He buys a second. He's a maniac. He should be alive in the first place. And he forced it one. Woo! Aqua, you filthy, filthy man.
My mom supported me for most of my gaming career, and my dad didn't really start supporting me until I won the COD champs. He also wanted me to keep my grades up, do my homework, study for tests. He just wanted what's best for me, like any parents would. But now they're like full-fledged into it. They have Twitter, and they watch all my videos on YouTube. Everything, they're just very supportive now. I took a semester off college because I just knew I was going to be doing a lot of traveling. It would have just been really tough to keep up in school and to like be the best player I could be for my team. I'm a submachine gun player, so I'm always like in your face, running at people, do the objective, cover my teammates if they need cover, or just go to the lane that's open. Call of Duty 4, when I first started playing, I placed top 8 my first event. I started my first live stream and people came out to watch. FaZe Clan has a ton of fans, and now that I'm on FaZe, there's just a bunch of them. They're always tweeting us, congratulating us. I'm gonna keep helping out, keep doing my absolute best. I don't think I have a personal, like, biggest rival, but since we're on FaZe, probably Optic Gaming, because last year, FaZe won an event, and then Optic won 3. Clayster, myself, Replays, and JCap won Denial. We beat Optic at Call of Duty Championships and won that tournament, and then Optic won the next 2 tournaments, and then when we formed our new team with myself, Zuma, Enable, and Clayster, we beat Optic 3 times on LAN, and they haven't beat us yet on LAN, so it's really fun when we play them. They're probably the best team in the game. I always love hanging out with them, but when we're in game, we're rivals, we just gotta play each other, and it's always really fun, because it's always an intense match.
Every day, I probably get 5 tweets on my Twitter.
Alright guys, a minute and 15 seconds left.
You have to be dedicated, put a lot of time into it, you have to be patient. I've been putting in like 8 to 12 hours a day. Eventually, if you're a good player, you'll get recognized. Just from playing video games, they come up and say, hey, dude, I'm a big fan, like, I appreciate what you do, and yeah, I think it's cool that someone wants me to write sharp on a piece of paper because I play video games. Right out of high school, I was traveling a lot. We were going to like London, we went to Germany and stuff like that. So, you know, my family is like, why can't you hang out? And I'm like, well, I'm doing this. I got to play in this tournament. They've been to some of my tournaments. They usually watch all of them online, and you know, my mom will sit there and watch my streams sometimes when I'm playing. So it's nice to have a supportive family. My brothers, they think it's pretty crazy. There was a tournament in Columbus they all went to, and they all had mullet wigs on.
Alright guys, 20 seconds left.
So it was pretty cool to see them out there. I think my team this year can go as far as any other team.
I'll count down from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's here. Now I can full screen it. Let's go. Come on.
Alright, welcome back guys. We just saw Optic Gaming give Envy the hot 3-0. Our next matchup is going to be LG going up against Elevate. Now we're going to kind of get into what I think might be some closer matches on the night.
you would think so, but I feel like Elevate, you know, they are a team that they can beat the I don't want to say the teams underneath them pretty easily, but I feel like when they go into a game against like a team like Luminosity, they play with a lot of confidence, and they have the potential to kind of roll over them. Now we'll talk about Luminosity first though. John, Replays, Saints, and Spacely. I feel like John and Saints have been so good for this team throughout the entire stage 1.
The guy I think they need consistent results out of, though, is going to be Replays. He's a guy they need big performances from, and this is going to be a big one because in S&Ds, if he can get a sniper rolling, I mean, he's going up against Aqua, one of the better snipers in the game, so that matchup is what I'm certainly curious about going into this. But let's take a look now at the other side of this. Let's talk a little bit about Elevate, a stacked squad, a versatile squad. Very, very fun to cast and to spectate.
Yeah, you know, Nagafen, one of the players that it's very difficult to go against him in the ban and protect process. You got to get rid of the MR6. He's very good with a lot of other different guns. We've seen like Argus use out of this team. Some really interesting stuff out of Elevate. But Aqua, for me, he is the lights out, standout player for this squad.
Oh yeah, he has been. I mean, I feel like it started kind of with Nagafen being the flashy guy in S&D, but as of late,
Aqua has he's been a human highlight reel. Every time we spectate on him, I feel like he's having these crazy plays, doing stuff you've never seen before.
Since COD Champs of Advanced Warfare, this guy's been a playmaker. One of the best that we have in all Call of Duty. Look for him to make some crazy.
3 more. You mentioned that before. Elevate, a very hard team to target, and they are without question. I think it goes like this. As far as teams that are good at the Bamber Tech and inflicting like their way on people, it goes Elevate, everyone else. Like they really actually go at you, attacking stuff like stock, grip.
No, they're not afraid to get rid of stuff that could potentially, help them as well. Like everybody uses stock, right? But I think the guys on Elevate, they kind of think of it differently. Like, okay, well, if Replace doesn't have stock, and maybe John doesn't have stock, they're not as effective with their ARs. Where we think we can get by without it.
I know. I think it's like their thing now. They like take pride in the fact that they're like the team that just like annoys others in Bamber Tech. It's become this fun thing for them, and they do a really good job of it. I'm curious to see over the course of the series how much they really mix it up.
Look for Remy in this series. I've seen Remy online recently put up some really big games. I'm looking to see how he plays, because you remember he wasn't there for the first week, got integrated a little bit late into the lineup. He's been a starter for them all season long. Just I think he had a vacation early. See how Overclock and Afterburner go here. It's going to be the last one up to Spacely to cast his vote, but look for Remy to have a really good series.
Well, you see Stock and Afterburner coming out, definitely going to slow things down a little bit for sub players, for AR players as well. And when you take a look at this, you're talking about Remy. Remember, this is a guy that was like 35 and 35, 40 and 40, every single hard point in Advanced Warfare. He was so good at playing fast plays, having high engagements, and doing a great job around the objective. I expect to see a similar result from him today in this one.
Yeah, he's been playing much better recently. You're going to see Heatwave come out for Vicento. Nagafen going to be running that Purifier. So potentially a 2-weapon, 2 abilities setup for Elevate. You're going to see Kinetic come in as well. You're going to see a Scythe, Heatwave, and Kinetic on the side of LG at this moment in time. You're going to see Aqua round things out with a Scythe. So 2 weapons, 2 abilities on the side of Elevate.
All right, just waiting on these guys now as they're going to edit their classes as we get ready to rock here in our 3rd series of the night. We've got this one, and then to close things out for you FaZe fans, FaZe going up against H2K. H2K recently moving into the team house, I believe, in New York. They're looking to just get out of relegation, make sure they're in the top 8 here with Stage 1 coming up that first weekend in April. And FaZe, this is kind of a trap game for me. This is a scary one in the final match of the night. But looking at our match right now, Luminosity Elevate, I have no idea. This could be a 3-0 for Elevate, a 3-0 for Luminosity, a 5-game series. I have no idea. This is going to be a good one.
Yeah, Luminosity is a team, though, that relies so heavily on 2 people in this lane of mine.
Yeah.
If John and Saints don't have good games, they don't win.
All right.
And even when they do have good games, they still might not win. I mean, these are 2 guys that there's no...
Okay.
There's more pressure on them than I think almost any other 2 slaying duos that we have.
All right, well, I like that you said that about John. Saints, they need those big performances, because our question for you guys on Twitter, make sure you're using the hashtag CWLPS4, what players are going to be at the top of the scoreboard? Who's going to be the leader? Who's going to go big for their team when we're talking kills, time in the hard point, statistically just having the monster performances that your team need? You're saying
John and Saints
they have to. Yeah.
John and Saints are 2 guys that are always there. I mean, I feel like in Respawn game modes, these guys are near the top in like almost every like slaying category.
Certainly are.
And you have a pretty good bet that they are on the top of the scoreboard. What are you smiling at me for?
Jack, I can't hear anything you're saying. He's like a gorilla. Like, honestly, you go to the zoo and you see that gorilla, it's just basically lost his mind. He's just waving his arms around at trees and rolling around in his own poop.
Flailing around, yeah.
Jack. All right, so what were we saying?
I was saying that...
something exciting happened, apparently, in this match.
I was saying Saints and John are always near the top, like, they're near the top 5 in a lot of the Respawn game mode categories in terms of slaying. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree with you more, but they're the usual suspects. Now, take a look at Elevate. You mentioned Remy, you think he's in a big series. Is he the guy that you're looking kind of to be at the top, to really, really go big, to have those big stats? Remy? All right, I like that. I like that. Now, okay, let's take a look now at the map. You talked a little bit about the 3rd hard point earlier. Is there another hard point in this map that you think will be big? Let's say a big one for Elevate to control and get the win.
Oh, well, I think the 4th hard point, you're going to look over at Glass. I think that's a hard point that you can see teams take a lot of time on. Obviously, in the Envy versus Optic Service, you saw Envy do a nice job on that 1st hard point, being able to take a ton of time there. But I think that 3rd and 4th are the 2 that you can really control, and then 2 as well. I feel like 2
It's like 2, 5, 3, and 4. Everything other than the middle.
All right, Matt. Are you just trying to mess with production right now? You're calling out for every single level. What's the most important hard point?
Everything other than
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Everything other than 1. There you go.
All right, well, we're going to start off with Vicento, usually kind of that main AR player for him. He's going to be kicking things off with the VMP, and he's going to be pushing right to Palace. So he's going to have a one-on-one with Saints coming up here quickly. Winner of this one is going to be able to apply the flank, and that's going to be Saints getting it in. He's going to be able to put some pressure in, fly an EMP tech, picks up another one. And Saints do an excellent job thus far. He should have 3. John's going to steal it, but it's still a good start here for Saints.
Yeah, now Saints is a player who, when you try and force a 1v1 engagement with, he's going to win it against most players. And you're going to see Spacely get pushed in the hill by Nagafen. Nagafen turns and burns Saints right there. He's going to pick up the HC in the process. Now, he's going to call it in right now as players pushing him through the front. He's going to call out, get some damage, get some tags on some players. He's able to take out John from range and starting to see what Nagafen's capable of doing. One of the more exciting players we have in the CWL.
Yeah, Nagafen shooting some lasers right now. Big part of the reason his team has now taken a little bit of a lead here. Let's switch around. We're going to go to kind of the anchor position here, setting up for the next spot, and that's going to be Replays. He's going to have some big engagements. He goes prone. Those are 2 big ones, as that's going to set them up nicely here for the next hard point as it transitions over now. You can see via X-ray. One more one's to come to the back. Hey, bud, I'm still here. Replays has now picked up 4 in a row. Another one on X-ray. He's scared out of his mind. Is he going to slow peek this again?
Don't you?
No, now he slides out. No, sorry, still here. Still here. Now I finally have to reload. Teammates, help me. He's still alive. Finally, they pick up a couple. They get the break in the back for just a second, but the rest of his team steps it up. Replay spawns right where he died, and they're ready to hold.
And now you're going to see Elevate try and force through that middle yet again over towards Live. You see Spacely picking up 2. One player coming on that wall run. It's going to be a few tags in him and not able to take him out. Yeah, Replays finishes him off there, and Elevate getting nowhere close to this second hill.
No, they've done a really good job pushing these out, applying all the pressure outside of the hard point. Saints going to have to deal with the front, John the back. John ends up handling both. No, he will lose that one, and Remy has bruised his way in, but there's only 10 seconds left on this hard point. We've got to rotate over to number 3. Vicento's basically in a 1v4 here, as the entire team has rotated over for Luminosity, and they're set up for Palace.
And he misses a ton of shots there on Saints. Saints picks up a 2-piece pretty easy there. And if LG can hold this one down, they can start to run away with this game as, looking at almost double up score of Elevate. You see it's going to be Remy winning that one engagement at the front, but there's nobody else there to kind of help him push in. See Saints with the HC out. He's going to try and bring it towards the mid-ramp. He's not going to be able to finish off those players, and it's actually Spacely and Replay is able to finish off those kills. Look at how far away the team of Elevate spawning. Maven, this one getting out of hand early.
It really is, and you've got a 4 streak right now for Replays. You have a 4 streak for Saints, both going off. Saints ultimately going to fall, but Replays still doing a nice job. He's getting close to streaks this time. He came up a little bit short last time, and it's going to happen, unfortunately, again. Let's take a look at Spacely. So that's 3 4+ streaks from 3 different players on Luminosity in a span of about 60 seconds. They really controlled that hard point very, very well. But now we're going to rotate here over to our 4th hard point at Glass. You see him checking the back, where you like to hold for spawns. Unfortunately for him, that player has Flak Jacket. Not a lot of damage done with the HC. Kinetic armor available. He's going to pop it. Saints try to break in the back and just gets melted by Aqua.
Yeah, and Elevate actually gets a good hold here on this hard point, and they have full control of the spawns. It's going to be Luminosity spawning all the way across the map. You see Aqua here trying to watch the back. He's going to just bait and switch with the Nagafen. Nagafen actually gets taken out. Now it's going to be just Aqua alive in the hill, and Luminosity, just like that, breaks the hill, able to get it back in their control.
I'll tell you what, Replays is the guy we highlighted and said that he needs to have big games for this team. He is crushing right now. He's 15-7. I think this is his 2nd or 3rd 4 streak. Doing a really, really good job pushing the front. He's finally going to get flanked here, but the damage has been done. We've got 20 seconds left, and this has pretty much been controlled entirely by Luminosity since they got their break. One player below Replays here, trying to tag him up, trying to push forward. He's still alive, and there's the headshot coming in with the RK5, and he's got his sight ready.
Tell you, this is a shocking start, at least in my opinion. I expected this one to be more lopsided in favor of Elevate, but Luminosity has just come out and looked unreal.
I think Replays is a giant part of this. He's doing a really, really good job, especially in the slaying department. You talked about the duo of John and Saints. When you have another guy going off like this, it can help so much. And look at that. Replays picks up one. The rest of his team comes in. They pop in. Aqua, last man, you are down. And now I'm curious if he opts to maybe use this sight to deal with the outside. He doesn't care. His inmate is a sight right now. He's not missing bullets. Replays is on fire, man.
20-8 this moment in time. This is what Luminosity really missed. I mean, you said that you get good games out of John and Saints. They just were missing a 3rd guy. Like, they never had that
Is he
other
invincible?
player. How is he alive?
What gunfight
They
was
never
that?
had another person who was going to put up like good numbers, and you know it's kind of hard to just look at two people, but Space Lane Replays just haven't really brought it in the slaying department, and you know, this is the game where you need everyone to bring it in the kills department, and
sure,
very difficult to win consistently when you have two players who aren't really doing that.
Well, you know, you have Spacely. He's even. He's doing a good job for his team, too, because he's leading in hill time for all players with 124 right now. Still an 80-point advantage here for Luminosity as we're rotating back to top middle. You see the break come in for Remy. He's really got to step it up for his squad because he plays a very important objective and slaying role for his team. I think I saw a Scythe. Yep, Scythe in the hand of replays here. He's trying to get forward. He gets counter-sniped. Counter-Scythe, that is.
You just make stuff up.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm very good at that, actually. That's the only reason I'm a relevant caster.
There goes
because
Spacely,
I'm
flying off
brilliant
the map.
at making things up. That was kind of fun to watch from his point of view as he just takes a dip.
That was actually really fun to watch.
Remy inside now. We talked about the fact he needs to have a big game at even on a 4 streak right now. They're slowly climbing back.
I was going to say, this game is not over by any
it
stretch
was
of the imagination.
80 points to start. They've got every second here, I think. Because 80, a little
and
close
look
to
at
that.
look at where Luminosity is spawning. They were spawning all the way the other side of Broken. So Elevate can win these gunfights. And look at this.
Sorry, Jacinto.
Toasted his teammate. That's not what you want to do with the Purifier.
And they didn't get the break either. So this is what could have been good for Elevate.
Do they know that Aqua's back? Not exactly sure. No, they have no idea.
And Replays was in his usual spot there, prone behind the AC unit, and he's not going to be able to go on the big rampage we saw last time. Now Aqua trying to break in, the highlight player not able to do it. Still 2 people holding on. There's a heat wave available if he needs it. The HC blows up everything but John, so he will still hold on, trying to extend this lead, getting close to the 200-point mark. Still holding the heat wave, just bouncing back and forth, trying to find these players, and the spawn coming in pretty far out. They've got a big rotation to go, but John the only one there, and that's a dirty 2-piece because it's so much time here for the other 2 to try to get in. He has gave himself 10 points to that 2-piece.
And he was holding on that heat wave for a while, just winning these gunfights, and he just popped it at the perfect time where he needed to pick up a big 2-piece. John going big for Luminosity, so it extends that lead to make this a wide margin.
All right, well, now we're rotating over to Palace hardpoint again, and what do you know? It's all green, set up early. They've done an excellent job of that thus far, but they're not out of it. Elevate still has a chance to come back in this one so far, though. It's John holding on. He's getting pressured from both sides. There's one player to his left. You saw an X-ray for just a second. One player pushing mid. The timing doesn't work out very well for him. That player is going to get in behind. 2 down right now for LG. Can they answer back? The kinetic comes out. Saints trying to connect, but Elevate has broke. They've got control, Matt. Can they mount the comeback?
Now, for me, it's just if Elevate can rotate, they've not rotated perfectly at all. I mean, they have rotated pretty poorly by every definition of the word.
I don't think they've won the rotation battle once.
They haven't gone on it early once. I mean, look, 20 seconds left on the hill. LG is not challenging. Why do you have 3 players stacked inside of the hill? There's no point.
Yeah,
one person can watch this. There's zero reason to that. Yeah.
They're all here, and they're all going to push from the same side together. They might be able to bully this player in the back that's replay, so they do take out replays. That's going to allow them to get in behind, get the favorable spawns, trying to find which player is going to actually win this as they get through. Remy's going to grab one. Vicento was able to soak up the final time in the hard point now, and Remy has to deal with some pressure at bottom broken. Oh, God.
Yeah, they have not gotten Spacely out of the hill.
It's unreal. Like they just haven't been the first team. They've had some nice breaks, don't get me wrong, but you don't want to be having to rely on a break every single time. Aqua gets a 2-piece. That might be what they need. They have to contest. Nagafin comes in from behind. There's one with the Kuda. You saw a couple more wrapping around the backside. Let's go to Aqua because he's on a 4 streak right now. Right above him, there's a player likely going to drop. Can he make a difference? The wall run makes it a little bit tricky, but not tricky enough for Aqua. He lines up 2. Is there anyone else there to provide some help? There's kinetic armor available, but that wouldn't have done anything for him there.
No, as Spacely brings out the Purifier, and this is one that
they can win.
Guys on Elevate have to contest.
They have to.
Yeah, LG can win this one here. You see Spacely going to back down from a nade. The Purifier doing tons of damage. You see Aqua trying to fly that Hellstorm inside of the hard point, and they actually, Elevate's going to be able to break this here. It's going to be John coming in, taking the final second. Going to go over towards lab. 2 players from Elevate over in the hill. They're able to get control of it.
We've seen teams win.
Elevate can bring this one back all the way. You see a lightning come in from Aqua. He takes out 2 teammates. What the hell is that?
Aqua,
that is awful.
This is where you could possibly win the game, and you just nuked your team. That is not how you win. They only need 3 points. Luminosity trying to hold on. Vicento's in. If they win,
this is the worst loss ever. There's a worse loss ever. You see
Aqua got a three-piece too.
The heat wave of a teammate there in the front by Elevate.
This will be the sloppiest win I think I've ever seen.
This will be the worst loss by
still, they can win.
Luminosity.
I think they can win. Exactly. They have to contest, I think, like 2 points, but they can technically close this out here. Nakafin trying to hold the side door, has to back down, needs some help, not able to win it. They're in. They're trying to contest 248. Can they tick 249? One more point. Luminosity is going to take it. What the hell? Like
the complete opposite of what we saw the last hard point.
Like Aqua kills two of his teammates and then answers with a three-piece.
We have a great chance to win. Actually, we don't, because I'm going to kill all of you guys. That was an awful idea.
I think he killed like 6 out of 7 possible players in a 10-second spree, including teammates, just killing everyone. I mean, that was a difficult comeback. You would have had
to thought the last series was dull. This one, this was going to be crazy.
We've got a treat. I mean, both game ones were crazy. This was crazy for all the wrong reasons almost, because it was just sloppy. But
I think Luminosity has this huge lead. Elevate doesn't rotate once. They're able to make this crazy comeback. Vicento, I think, heat waved a teammate in the front door at one point. It's really weird.
I'm not entirely sure Elevate understands the point of hardpoint. You gotta rotate. I feel like every single time I'd zoom up at the map, it's like 3 or 4 players at the new hardpoint 10 seconds early for Luminosity, and then it's just 4 players from Elevate still just waiting at the prior hardpoint. But let's take a look here at the scoreboard from this one. A back-and-forth battle, but a sloppy one is a 250-236 victory for LG. What stands out for you here on the scoreboard?
Replay is in Space League. Those two guys outkill Saints and Junk. Says it all for me. When those two guys have big games, you expect Luminosity to be able to win it. Not on the side of Elevate. You look, Aqua had a fantastic game, barring, take away, some of the weird stuff that happened there at the end.
Barring his brain shutting off during the lightning strike.
I would just love to know what it looked like.
But maybe it wasn't his fault. Maybe he called it somewhere.
His teammates could have ran into it.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Maybe it wasn't his fault at all.
Yeah, we don't know.
Either way, some sloppy communication pretty clearly for that one. Let's make sure we're getting into the next lobby here as we take a look at some highlights from Game 1 between Luminosity and Elevate.
Replays was really good. We talked about Elevate, not getting on the rotations early, and getting to those spots. Replays was dominating that on the side of Luminosity. I mean, he was in position every single time.
He really, really was, and it was impressive to watch them. It was a much more disciplined effort, I felt like, from Luminosity. I know it got a little bit crazy at the end there, but they were doing the right things on many of the hard points, and when you out-rotate the opposition in hardpoint, typically you're going to take the game. I know it was close, but they did a good job there. Now, looking forward to Search and Destroy. Aqua's been one of the biggest difference makers when you talk about his sniping ability.
Yeah.
But Replays, you got to think, has a little bit of confidence coming off of that game, because he can be a big-time sniper as well.
Yeah, Replays one of the better snipers we had all last year. Haven't seen too much of the sniper use out of him this year.
Not as much, but I've seen him get hot on Infection a couple times, and there were a few times where I'm trying to remember what it was. If it was the qualifier, they were playing against, I want to say it was like Khalifa, and then like 3's up, and it was Khalifa just hurting them over and over again with the sniper. Replays doesn't use it for like first half of an S&D, busted out, and he completely changed the game once he got heated up. So he has the ability to do it.
With the sniper rifle, I mean, you fully expect the S&D to get targeted early by Luminosity, because Aqua's just that good.
Nah, sorry guys. Alright guys, I am about to play a song from one of my really good friends. Well, one of them at least. His YouTube channel is OMG Scuppy, and he wrote the song and rapped it and everything. So if you guys want to check out his channel, it's OMG Scuppy, no spaces. I'll spell it out for you guys. OMG ITSGUPPEY. But yeah, guys. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and play it.
Ain't down, I'm shoot.
Spawned in the game, I'm already shooting. Going 30, hope you knew this watch. Might not get to see, cause you always leaving. Shooting underwater, why you even bother? Say I'm trying hard, say I'm ain't biting. Everything I get it legit. Instead of raging, you should try to focus. My team be making news, really unimportant. I sit back, let my team do all the scoring. Keep on shooting, cause I do not plan on dying. Hit you in the air, make you think I'm flying. Dudes, wish you well. Don't go run and tell. Can't wait to see you fail. I got 2 guns, one for my team and one for my own. I got 2 guns, I kept you losing, I'm looking for more. Think I need 2. Oh, ain't down, I'm shoot. Killing news, I'm shoot. Can't stop me, I'm shoot. 2 guns, one for my team and one for my own. I got 2 guns, I kept you losing, I'm looking for more. Think I need 2. Oh. Ain't down, I'm shoot. Killing news, I'm shoot. Can't stop me, I'm shoot. Here we go again, got another win. I can never lose, I cannot pretend that I can't play. Gotta keep it real. If you wanna win, go and get some skill. Don't join so you can't get a kill. If I'm out of ammo, your gun, I was still new. Stay camping, and I can't see it. Drop it 5 or 10, gotta help us win. Throw 'em in the water, so I dive in. Wanna get my gun, but you better earn. Play a game with me, better watch me learn. Everybody quit, trying to switch teams, trying to get better, level up quick. Now you in my game, trying to face me. We gon' see who the real is. I got 2 guns, one for my team and one for my own. I got 2 guns, I kept you losing, I'm looking for more. Think I need 2 more. Ain't down, I'm shoot. Killing news, I'm shoot. Can't stop me, I'm shoot. 2 guns, one for my team and one for my own. I got 2 guns, I kept you losing, I'm looking for more. Think I need 2 more. Ain't down, I'm shoot. Killing news, I'm shoot. Can't stop me, I'm shoot. Man. Find me trying hard, blowing up the cards. When I join phase, I will make you rage. Call me a kid when they have my age. She's calling in, I'm not saying sorry. If you wanna win, join in my party. I ain't changer, I can make you wanna watch me play so good. They should put me on TV. Make a mass so they can break their mic. Talk about he really wanna fight. Amazing how you play this all night and you don't know how to camp right. Full loaded clip with the grip. Maybe do some tricks, taking clips. Maybe we can stop trying hard. We've been going in from the start. I got 2 guns, one for my team and one for my own. I got 2 guns, I keep losing, I'm looking for more. Think I need 2 more. Ain't down, I'm shoot. Killing news, I'm shoot. Can't stop me.
In your back pocket, so it's kind of. I feel like those players will have snipers. Then Cento grab vision pulse. I love vision pulse. You've seen a lot of the series previously that the players go towards psychosis. I'm a big fan of vision pulse over psychosis.
I am too. We'll see if the Cento can put it to good use. The final pick though, do they go vision pulse or do they opt to mix things up a little bit? Because I believe we didn't overdrive make it in.
Yes, overdrive did make it in.
And you saw overdrive some nice plays from methods in this particular round and knowing them. I know I'm going to opt to go with that one on this. I wonder sometimes with the players, like, they just kind of look at the other team does and forget what's actually.
Let's go. Guys, I'm gonna mute my mic till this match starts. Actually, I'm gonna mute my mic anyways.
Like teammates and whatnot, and it gets down to a point and you're just like clock's running down, and it's like, oh, they grab vision pulse. I can run a vision pulse too. It's like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
It's like that's kind of how it gets decided. I feel like.
Well, everyone creating their classes now for Game 2. I'm just kind of curious what we get out of Elevate. That's the big thing for me. Are they going to use any kind of sniper, or are they going to play a more standard game? This is a team where I've seen be very, very good on this particular map, and also seem a bit, I guess, lacking in communication. They're a team that's I've seen give up middle sometimes, allow easy flanks.
As big of a win this would be for LG, be a big loss for Elevate. That would be a 0-2 week.
Elevate's right in the middle of the pack. I actually have no idea.
They lost to Rise last year.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. I caught up on a couple of the matches from the mainstream last night, but it was tough because usually we get to watch a little bit because it's four streams here, 2 there. We were 3 and 3 last night due to some maintenance, so I didn't get to watch nearly as much as I usually do.
It would be an 0-2 week for them, so they were kind of like. I feel like they had a little bit of a protection amongst like the 7 through 12. That's like really close. That this could potentially put Elevate right down in that area.
Yeah,
0-2 week. Yeah,
an 0-2 week's scary for just about everybody except for like NB Optic, even maybe only Optic, but really, 0-2 is just scary anyone right now.
I don't know if it's true. I think Optic may have like clinched a spot already.
Well,
They're so far ahead.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're the only team it's not really doesn't
Yeah.
really affect that much because, yeah, I believe I saw yesterday they were the first team to clinch a top 8. I mean, obviously Optic wants to be the #1 seed.
Yeah.
They were basically through all of Advanced Warfare. I expect the same here. They've been playing very, very well, specifically online. We've got another 25K coming up this weekend. I don't know how we're going to be doing exactly, but it should be Saturday and Sunday. Myself, Matt, Jack, Revan, we should all be involved casting that, having a lot of fun here. So make sure you're tuning into that one over the weekend. If you are a player that wants to compete this weekend, make sure you're going to the ESL site. I think I actually retweeted ESL COD a little bit earlier. They had some directions on how you could sign up and be involved.
You go to
this
Twitter.
weekend.
It's at ESL COD. I believe it's play.eslgaming.com. And you can go sign up. It's a free to enter $25,000 tournament.
Yeah, why not play? Get some friends together.
Yeah.
You've got nothing to do this weekend, let's be honest.
Right.
All right, here we go. Let's hop in. Game 2. Can Elevate bounce back here and try to type the series? Looks like they want a hard A hit right away. So I'm going to look at Space Leaders because he's going to be the lone defender here. Going to try and hold this off. Sees 1,
back
sees
away.
2, sees 3.
Just back away.
It did an okay job slowing them for a second, but I don't know if it was enough because if they can get this bomb down uncontested, it's going to be a very, very scary thing. Replay is going to pick up one, though, and answer back. So it is going to be a 3v3. There's no one on the flank, so if they bully in, I think they want to. This actually might look very good. They had a couple wrap around the back. They're trying to get in here, trying to find one more. He's got in a good position behind the tree. All of a sudden, we've got ourselves a 2v2. And John, with the routes, trying to come up behind. Unfortunately, there's a player waiting for it. Replay's going to find himself all by his lonesome with 30 seconds left. Trying to use the cover, trying to defend this. There's one. He's got to fly. He has to go.
He actually jumps, so maybe the player just peeks out with his boost, and he's actually so close to killing this player. Directly around the corner to the right. Replay looking, is not able to locate Vicento. It's going to be Elevate winning round 1.
It's funny because I just think that's the last thing that he expected was Vicento just to literally go like crouch in the corner here. He thought for sure he was going to run wall run and try to get the bunker. That's just a tough play for replays. Time's against you. You're trying to scramble. You're trying to find Vicento. And oddly enough, not moving at all and just crouching there ended up being the best play for Vicento.
And he gets there with about, what, 16 seconds left?
I think he would have.
I think he would have had enough time to make it.
Yeah, I think so too. Let's go to replays, though, because he definitely had a huge game 1. He started off very, very well here for his team. Despite the round loss, he picked up 3 kills and had a chance to get the ace clutch. Going to challenge Vicento mid-map again. Vicento got the better of him last round. Going to get the better of him in this one as well.
It's a big opening kill right there for Elevate. Offense going over towards water. We see so many players on the offensive side. Yeah, he saw him
and shot
straight
one
through,
bullet.
and he's going to back out. Well, that's such a hard gunfight to go. Like swimming straight through the water at the opposing player. Not the route you want to take. Nagafen actually picks up the one in bunker here. So it's another one inside bunker. He's able to pick up that player as well. It's going to be John, last one alive here for LG. 1v3. This would be a fast first 2 rounds.
Yeah, these are really, both these teams just going at each other right now. John's got to play right to his left behind the tree. I don't think he'll be ready for that, especially when he's trying to challenge a player mid. Nagafen going to be closing it out from range with the VMP, and I don't know if he got any help, but these must have been nice shots. We'll see it here in the kill cam. I think that was all him. I don't think he had any help. Nice shots by Nagafen, because that's a pretty long-range fight for the VMP. They all go directly into his ACL. That would be quite painful.
I can confirm that. I've had my ACL rebuilt from scratch twice.
I'm going to punch you in the middle of this broadcast at some point. I wouldn't do that. I'm just kidding, Matt. We're friends. Yeah. Offense. For Elevate, they've got a 2-0 advantage here, looking strong. That's a flashbang. He has no idea where he is. I think I watched him run into a tree. Checking window is Aqua, trying to back one up. John, though, going to get the first blood. Nagafen answering back. Let's check the player window that was getting tagged. That's Saints. He's still just getting peeked. He's got to get out of there. They're so aware of where he is. Nagafen might chase him down. He's coming window right behind him. Fortunately for him, he's backed up pretty far. And he just saw Saints' shots. Does he opt to get aggressive? He plays the sneaky role there. He's scared him, backed him out so far, but he doesn't win it, and Saints goes huge.
Big win right there from Saints. I was going to say, that's a good challenge by Nagafen. He has the Kuda, the SMG. Saints picks up 3 kills that round. Then now puts LG on the board, but
Saints got shot about 50 times during this.
Yeah, he was able to stay alive. It felt like forever.
Yeah, I mean, he got tagged up by just about everybody in window, but wisely backs out of lab, gets the backside behind the tree, comes up with 2 big kills, and then a 3rd one there at window. Nice job by Saints, and they've got a round on the board now. Offense now is going to be for Luminosity. Last time we didn't see them. I mean, well, the first two offensive routes for both teams were not very effective here. See, now it looks like they want to bully their way up middle. They're going to have engagements pretty soon. There's an HC just soaring through the sky. Nagapin going to connect. Spacely not having flak jacket apparently, as he is able to connect with Saints in a pretty aggressive position here. Can he find one? Tags up one. Going to check window player waiting for him there. Not going to be able to win it. 2 down now. Replays. John 2v4 trying to clutch up here for Luminosity.
The bomb's down in an awful spot as well. You see how the bomb is on minimap. You see John trying to challenge the player up top in the window. Sento's able to win that one in replays. He's just going to try and pick up some individual kills here. I can't see him possibly winning this 4v1 scenario. And it's going to be Elevate jumping out to a 3-1 lead. Maybe what I've seen from the side of Luminosity is it just seems like they're trying a little bit of everything and nothing is working against Elevate. It seems like Elevate just always in the perfect spot to kind of counter the Luminosity strat.
When Elevate is playing well, and you can tell their communication is great, they're a very scary team in S&D, and right now doing a great job. LG not out of it, but not looking pretty early. Who do you want to start off? Actually, let's go with Nagapin. Nagafin's 5-2. He's having a great game here. We haven't watched him too much, and I love that he's using the CUDA. But you don't really see the CUDA too often in S&D.
Yeah, quite odd. See Nagapin just going to play here in the middle of the map. Probably going to try and get up near that window and try and push in. Little spot from Saints playing down in the water. John's going to get that first blood. It's a player directly.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Did they not? How did you not see each other?
No, in the water, it's very difficult to see. You see Saints finally pick up that kill there on Vicentos. Basically in the kill feed, taking out Nagapin. A fast round goes in LG's favor.
Yeah, a lot of these have been quick, aggressive players, not scared to get up, play that dirty game up in your face, and you saw the aggression from Saints ultimately paying off in now replays. He's been accurate all series long with that M8, and you see him pinning one there inside a bunker. 3-2 advantage for Elevate. Luminosity getting around and trying to climb back into things, but their offensive, they have not been pretty. They haven't been able to find a crack in the defense here of Elevate. Will this be the round that they finally figure it out? Bomb Carrier is going to be leading the way. It's basically going to be out front.
Oh, his face is on another planet right now.
He was just splattered. Wow. Well,
you were on with Spacely, and I did not expect that to happen. Like, he was just running casually down the middle of the map. He's going to go put some pressure on window, and he just gets mutilated with the
We had that happen with the other game, with the guy pushing across the bridge, and Octane just rips him apart. It's so great when you just know a nice snipe was hit, and you saw the angle he did up over the top. Nice stuff from him. That slowed down the push completely here. They don't want to go towards B because there's an HC waiting. Let's check. No flak. You have flak on Saints, no flak on replay. So they can't deal with that HC very well.
I think I actually just heard the HC blow up. So I think they were just kind of using it as something to draw out the time. I mean, only 30 seconds left.
Well, yeah, and it's especially effective when it comes to time when most of the team doesn't have flak jacket. But here we have replays pushing forward. He's going to see one. Does he opt to push this? Remy picks up 2 replays by himself. He lost the player in the trees. Ewok soaring through the sky. Nagapin picks it up, 4-2 advantage.
Yeah, 2 kills for Nagapin, 2 kills for Remy during this round. Saw a fantastic snipe from Nagapin. Yeah, he does get replays. Can't even see him.
No, he lost him.
Yeah, that tray provides some great coverage there from the sun.
All you saw was
the shadow.
That's all I saw was the shadow. It's the only reason I realized he went vertical on him. This guy saw shadow soar by replays. I had no clue.
Yeah, no.
Where those bullets
there
were
was
coming
like
from.
0 chance replays were going to win.
Couldn't agree more. Nagapin now, you're 7-3. He's opting to go with the thermal locus yet again. We saw him hit a pretty nice snipe. So this player replays. Replays, you do not want to peek. Replays, stay hidden. Replays, please stay hidden. Okay, he ran away. Now the flank. Okay, there's been a lot of pressure on Vicento soon. He's got to get out. Vicento does a great job trying to rotate out. You can see how much pressure is applied to the flank. Bunker and their back spawn
if you're
basically
Elevate,
controlled.
You just got to push straight through. It looks like they're going to get the bomb down over at B. This will be interesting. They'll play kind of from the flip spawn here. Nagapin picks up 1 snipe. Really on fire with that one.
Well, he's in the trees again.
And here he is. He's going to come pouncing down on one player. He's able to take out replays. Nagapin on fire here in Search and Destroy.
Dude, I seriously feel like I'm watching like the Ewok battles from Star Wars. He's just flying through, and there we see Elevate closing out another one. Aqua with the headshot. They're getting it done. They're 1 round away, trying to tie up this series 1-1. And we had a crazy game 1. Really back and forth. This series, all the potential. I said before this started, like, I have no idea. This could be an epic 5-game series, a 3-0. I expect anything.
Guys, I don't think I can watch it anymore. Weird. Guess I'll play a match during this. There. There we go, guys. And as you guys know, this is the Call of Duty World League Championship. And it's live. You guys can watch it right now if you guys want to. Anyways, yeah. And this is number 2. I don't know if there's gonna be one tomorrow, day after, and day after that. I hope it goes into the weekend. But next matches phase, I'll get that on too. Anyways, I'm gonna mute my mic again.
Quite odd. Yeah. But I mean, what Nalgafin was? What he was 5
Actually, that's true. They probably
it's like it's like a lot of odd numbers from this one. You can take a look at it. Yeah, Aqua goes 2 and 4.
Yes, they were kind of 3 and 4 desperate round. I looked at 2 and 4. I just see for a 6-2 victory, it just seemed like an odd number. I was like 2 and 4, like what?
Yeah, and you're gonna see the side of Luminosity. Nobody really put up great numbers. I mean, John goes 2 and 7. You know, don't want to say a rough game 1, but a subpar game 1. Then you had Saints go 5 and 6. Nothing really too much on the side on LG.
You need a better performance out of those guys for sure. Looking forward to the uplink is going to be Infection. Now, I think that, we've talked about the fact that Elevate is one of our more, I guess, favorite teams to watch in uplink. I think they can play really, really well. I think their chemistry is great in that particular mode. This is going all the way back to really advanced warfare. But the question is, what Elevate do we get, right? It's kind of a mixed result with these guys. Now, let me take a look. Do we have everyone staying on the same side? Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
We should be good to go, and just waiting on the players really to start this one up. But Infection now, okay, so if you are, let's say you're the side of Luminosity, you know you're playing a strong team not playing.
Yeah.
A team that's kind of been famous for their passing ability and some of the stuff they try to do in this game mode. Who's got to step it up for you to try and take out Elevate?
For me on Luminosity side, it's just how Spacely and Replays play.
Okay.
I think the other two are going to show up in respawn game modes. We hadn't seen it in the first one. It was really Spacely and Replays that led the way. But I think it's really down to those two guys yet again. Spacely and Replays, how they play in respawn game modes.
All right, well, looks like we are about to load in here to the Ban and Protect for our 3rd series of tonight and the 3rd map of this particular series. Let's see how these guys try to mix things up. Again, we talk a lot about what Elevate is able to do, how they like to just kind of throw teams off their game. You see the first one coming in pretty standard from Saints. It'll be the Shiva.
Surprised we haven't seen I was just going to say, I'm surprised we haven't seen the MR6 ban out of LG. Usually that's the first thing gone against them every game, against Elevate every game.
Yep, and this time they're able to pick up just a couple of kills here. Taking a look, you see rapid fire coming off, high caliber as well. And we'll see how these guys try to round it out. So both of these attachments are going to be taken off the map. Now, Spacely and Remy coming up next. We still have both tacticals. We have every ability, which usually you see Overdrive coming off. You see Camo. Okay, there goes Camo. Overdrive should join the party, I would think. So we're definitely going to have some tacticals in this one.
You think Overdrive goes? Elevate might be a team that'll leave it in.
I think they'd love to play with that. I think Luminosity, a team that likes to play a little more standard now, but Elevate is going to take it out. So Overdrive will come off. Trying to think of what's really in here. Doesn't make sense to take out one concussion or one flashbang.
No, because you would just use the opposite. So maybe Kinetic.
And that would probably lead more to a 2-2 split if that ends up. We saw 2-2 split with weapons and abilities when these two came off before. If Kinetic gets hit as well.
John's just not going to do anything.
Yeah, I couldn't. I was struggling to figure out what they were going to try and go after there.
Yeah, John's like, we'll play like that.
Okay, 7 out of 8. Yeah. That's what we'll go for. Now into the specialist draft. So you got to think Kinetic Armor is an automatic choice. Heat Wave, a big one as well. The thing will be that they go 3 abilities, 1 weapon, or are we going to see a 2-2 split out of these guys?
With Camo and Overdrive both gone, I think we'll probably see a 2-2 split.
Yeah,
really. I think we'll see like Kinetic and Heat Wave, obviously. Then well, now that you see an Annihilator on Nagapin, I fully expect you see a Scythe come out of Aqua, and then probably Kinetic Armor on Remy. On the side of LG, usually have replays run a Scythe. It's really down to these other two players. We've seen Spacely run an Annihilator time and time.
From time to time, we've seen him do it. And it looks like he is going to opt for that. So the final one on their side should be Heatwave, and should probably be a Scythe here for Aqua, unless one of these guys tries to mix things up a little bit.
Yeah, I fully expect that to be what's going to happen. You're going to have Heatwave and Scythe coming out from those last two players. So, pretty standard, what we expected out of the Specialist draft. Phantom Protect don't get anything at John there at the end, quite odd, but okay.
He just didn't care. He was like, there's nothing I need off anymore. We're confident we're going to take this game.
No, you would have went for like a stun or a flash, but at that point,
can't get
really
both off.
You can't get both off. You get rid of an EMP in that situation, just like,
actually,
just to not be an annoyance.
EMP we saw be, I know we saw a couple people hit with flash in the NV Optic series, I think, but EMPs were probably the most annoying one because you get set up kind of behind tank on either side, or on steps. You're just trying to watch that drone spawn, make sure you have a line of sight to push people back and sure they can't get control. And if you get hit with an EMP, it's just, I know these players are good enough to hit shots without a red dot, without the elo sight, but it definitely is harder.
And it also, I think more importantly, it takes away your mini-map, so a lot of players play off of their mini-map, and it prevents you from having it out.
All right, well, we asked you guys earlier, which players do we see topping the scoreboards in this one? Tristan Slays responded with the hashtag CWLPS4.
John the Amazing Slayer.
John the Amazing Slayer.
John's a pretty good player.
Thank you, Tristan. That sounds like something that's my analysis. Who's going to have a big game? John's a great shooter.
John kills people.
Great shots out of John. Tristan. Tricky girl. But we're waiting here to hop in to game 3, guys. Just creating their classes right now. And this one, I think the game 3, when you have a series tied 1-1, game 3, whether
it's a swing game.
Yeah, exactly. It's a swing game. It's a difference maker. It's the one that kind of gives that momentum to propel into the rest of the series, even though I know things slow down a little bit in CTF. I'm pretty confident. I feel pretty good about saying the winner of this game is probably going to take the series. I have no idea who's going to take it.
I think the winner of this game takes the CTF and ends the winner of this game takes the CTF and ends it there.
Okay.
I don't even think we see a game 5. I think the winner of this one takes the CTF. Now we see it the series ending.
Well, and the respawn, again, we've only had one, but it was very, very, very close. We've had back-to-back just crazy hard points on Breach. But we've got the players loading in now, getting ready for the action. You're seeing the map overlay here. 5 second is going to be the respawn delay. You kind of see the blue and red side, and you're worried just about that drone in middle map. Where can you set up to hold off the pressure here? All of the action, all the important action really going to go down. Just that little U you kind of see around the drone there.
Yeah, you want to actually just be pushing over towards that red goal. That's the one that you're going to put the most points up on. So when teams are attacking that side, we're going to see them really set the pace, and it looks like Elevate's going to be attacking that one first.
Elevate is. So I'm going to start off with John. So you'd like to see, at least maybe something like a 4 or 5 point advantage for them early on. See if they can get a significant lead here. Be flying in space. Basically, going to be tossing in a couple of tacticals. You see Tac Mask available. He is going to pick up one. So Replays actually connects on both of those. But look where the drone is. I guess they toss it forward. They get it all the way in the back. So
down in an awkward spot,
despite the fact that they get a lot of kills, there's no opportunity for them to get points on the board. Saints, though, has gotten forward. I think the timing's worked out not well.
No, and that drone actually goes down to a really odd spot. You would have liked to see it just be a little bit closer towards that goal, to be able to put in some points. And you're going to see the drone going to get reset. Spacely just jumps off the map in the process. Quite odd, as would have liked to
That's one
stay
way
alive. Yeah, no reason to
it.
just jump off the map there. And you're going to see the drone in the hands of Nagapin. He's going to try and bring this one into Grave. Has a real good chance to get a 1-point throw off.
And here goes the toss over the top. Too high, though. Not able to put it through, but Facento is wrapping around the back. He's able to pick up one. His teammates kill everyone, and that is now going to be 2 points on the board, and they've got an opportunity to rally. Aqua waiting on the drone spot, is waiting for it to pop, drops right into his hands. They're going to toss it straight forward for Nagapin. Nagapin can't win the gunfight. You see it fall there right in front of him. Teammates falling all around him. Aqua, the original person to pick up the drone spawn, now by himself. He's in Grave. Gets one. Tries to pick up a second. That is not an easy fight.
No. Well, it's quite odd because Saints comes through Grave, and he's like aiming in at a teammate over at the other side. Aqua just sitting in the corner. He's able to pick him up, and it's actually been a big gunfight if Remy was able to win it because the drone is actually just down in over in that grave area still. So
And Elevate can just toss this forward to the player in Barn. He's looking very, very good at Helpway Heck. He wins a gunfight too. He knows the second is there. Just get the drone and go though. That guy's not a problem.
Yeah, no,
he can
you
get forward.
Don't,
He's
you
not
don't
a
need to
problem.
fight this guy. Now he grabs it and he's weak. You see Pacento killing one player with a melee there, and he's going to have some teammate support. Not enough though. He slides by Saints, just not able to get back. Try and get a melee as Saints picks up two. Now it's going to be Luminosity on the offense.
All right, well, they've got control of mid, starting to apply some pressure. He sees his teammates filling up the kill feed. Remy, though, playing a little bit of defense. He's going to toss at the space. I thought for a second that might actually end up getting Spacely killed as he was about to be in the gunfight. Ultimately, he will grab it. The player pushing him is going to miss all his shots. This looks like we've got a one-point opportunity here. The toss goes through. Spacely able to ultimately connect, and Saints still here to apply pressure there on their spawn.
Yeah, that was just Saints and Spacely just assaulting the Elevate base, and they were able to turn that into points. And you can see the pass go up to Saints up in the window, and he's actually going to try and get a one-point throw off, and it does not connect. It goes high, I think.
I thought that looked good.
No, I think it goes high, right over the goal.
Well, I mean, it was a good play by him to get the kill on offense, set up there for the pass. They get it forward, just not able to connect.
He was on such a hot streak, though. I would have liked to see.
It's still in the back of the base. It Spacely wins this one. If he didn't reload, he might have had an opportunity for that. I think he had a bit left, you know, in his clip, but opts to reload, loses it. Saints here now still applying pressure, but really the only one alive right now.
Hey, and I tell you what, if Luminosity can hold on and keep the score going in the second half, you like their chances of winning this.
Oh, you certainly do, and they've got potential to give up some points here. The double melee, which is pretty rare here. That's Pacento getting his close range
his
combat
second melee kill
Church.
of the game. And just look at the kill disparity between Pacento and the rest of his teammates. I mean, he's double positive right now, 14 and 7. You got Nagafen struggling at 5 and 10. Remy 7 and 8. Aqua at 5 and
he's running a VMP.
6 and 8 now. But
he's typically their big AR player, and you know, in Hardpoint I saw him running a VMP. I see him running one here. It looks like maybe we've got a little bit of a change.
He loves the melee. He just slides and goes with the melee attack. It's not the best strategy, I guess.
Well, you know, he's an AR player. That's his strat with an SMG, apparently. Spacely picking up one mid-map. You saw the Annihilator coming through. Turns on one. Sorry about you. Able to pick that up. Now it's in Replay's hand. They're trying to get forward. Spacely having a big game, too, as he's 14 and 6. You talked about the need for him to go big. This time, able to connect. I believe he's made both of their one-point shots
he is
there.
Spacely is still going with the Annihilator. Finally, he drops right there, but went on like a 4 or 5 kill streak with the Annihilator. We talk about, weapons and their viability and how many weapons you need. I think weapons are becoming more of a game changer. I think it's a big part because we see more of the abilities get banned out. Spacely has a car stopping the score right there. See John picks up the drone. He's going to be able to slide back towards his teammates. But I think as we see more abilities banned out, we're starting to see some big plays from the weapons.
Oh my God, can he somehow get a one-point toss here? I mean, there's people in front. He needs help. There's no one here to help him. Probably is going to burn the time, but a 2-2 score, you feel pretty good right now for your Luminosity, right?
Oh yeah, going into a side that you think you can put a decent amount of score on, and actually the drone doesn't get off, so can Pacento get close enough to get a one-point throw off? He's gonna be able to get it off. Does it connect? No. Does not connect, so all tied up going into the second half.
A little bit scary, though. You know, if you're Luminosity, almost giving off points there at the final seconds, you'll see the MR6 now making a little bit of an impact as he's able to clean up Spacely there before the mistossed opportunity. Now, tie game. LG going to be switching over to the more favored side here, the stronger side. We'll see if they can take advantage of that and put some points on the board. John having kind of a rough series right now, right? 4 and 14. Didn't have a very good hard point.
He didn't have a great hard point either, which is shocking because John's been one of the standout performers in Respawn game modes.
Well, this is a tough map for some players. You know, we saw in the last series, I think it was, we saw Scump having a tough game and TP having a really tough game too. Not the easiest one for SMG players, but the pressure coming now. Elevate trying to get forward here. They're going to be pushing out of Barn. Trying to get the mid, really. It's going to be Spacely. It's in a nice position, but kind of want an M8 up here.
But I guess John kind of misses some kills when Spacely is 20 and 9.
Yeah, that's very, very true. And Spacely's about to get in behind everyone. Spacely, potential to wreak some havoc, just connects with everything. The player, the tank, the sky, the snow. Not able to get the kill, and now Saints going to be
tough shot
this.
to hit.
Oh yeah, not easy by any means, but he had bullets just everywhere. Let's go back to mid-map. Pacento going to be the one locking down drone control. He saw a teammate die out front, so it's going to halt any pressure, but he is going to get gun up. Might allow him to win a gunfight. He is going to lose that. A couple down for Elevate. Two
nice
almost line up perfectly
for
Saints.
Ooh. Well, he sees that second player. He can call that guy out, and he actually comes back and challenges mid-map. So Aqua's able to take out Saints, but still, if both teams right now with a high score, it's just playing very slow towards the mid-map. I think you're just going to kind of wait until you see two players. Yeah, I was going to say 2 or 3 go down for a team, and then start the floodgates start to open. You see 3 players actually go down for LG, and Saints is a little bit out of position. He's over in the mid-stairs. You see Nagafen connect with the Annihilator shots. You see Heatwave come in. Aqua still with the drone in hand. Sight in the back. It's replays. He's able to pick up some kills. Oh, this would be a huge defensive stand by LG, and they're going to be able to pull it off.
So far, so good. Get it off the map. Nope, screw it. He's got 2 lead blockers. The Flying V pushing down B Street now, trying to get forward. You got 1 player playing defense in the back. Let's switch to Aqua. We'll see his POV. He's trying to hold this up, trying to stop the push. He gets 1. Can he get a second? You see the 1-point toss go over the top from Spacely, and Spacely banging through another one. His shot has been on, I believe. He has all 3 1-point tosses right now for Luminosity, doing an excellent job with the rock as he puts through a 3rd.
Now that one is one that Elevate would like to have back, Dave. I mean, they have control of the LG base. They got the Annihilator out. They're making a play, trying to get for 2, and then replays. And I believe Spacely go massive. You see with the, I believe it was the sight of replays, and then just Spacely rotating back and winning some gunfights. So it's a big defensive stand.
All right, well, back to the offensive side of things here for Elevate. They're trailing by 1. They've got a ton of time, just under 2.5 to go. Looks like an ample opportunity for a dunk. Aqua is able to put through some with
Aqua kills people with the sight. Come on,
Thank
Dave.
God, my brain shuts off for a second as they put through the dunk. Sight. I called it a sniper earlier, didn't I?
Yeah,
I don't know, man. It's, we're on our 3rd match.
Yeah.
I can handle 2, then my brain just breaks.
The best was earlier where you switched to somebody with Annihilator. I wasn't going to call you out, but we're kind of on the same topic. So you see Remy picking up the server. It says Elevate has complete control of the LG base. We're like,
oh,
and that player has, it's like clearly an Annihilator. Hey, like, the weapon. I was like, okay.
Sometimes
like, somebody is.
I'm talking real fast.
Not on today.
My brain just shuts off for a moment. It's fun. It's old age. But
that happens to some people, I guess.
Saints picking up a couple here in the back. You see
the servers. The pace is just doing work now.
Oh, look at it. You see it back there in their spawn. They're going to be spawning then basically mid-map right now. We're going to go to replays. He's able to pick up 1. I want to take a look from the side of Elevate again. That's still just back there, but that's going to keep spawning them out. This actually might hurt them.
Remy's actually had a very good series. Just looking at it as a whole. Not the strongest in the respawn, but in the search and destroy, and this one, both pretty good games.
Well, 6-3 advantage for Elevate. I was worried about that server is kind of spawning players out, but now it's rotating back to the front of Grandma. So you can see it on the minimap. It's trying to help. It's coming to his friends. It's trying to assist. Nice long-range shots there coming in. Drone carrier.
I would just run it to the servers.
Yeah. You just hop on top of this thing, ride it in like a surfboard.
No.
Could work.
Not at all. So you're going to see Aqua. He's going to throw the drone out. Try and probably reset his armor. So you'll see players. He's actually picking up 2 big kills there with the MR6. You'll see players do that from time to time when they have the drone. They'll throw it down and they'll pick it back up because it resets the armor that you have while carrying the drone. So it's a very smart play when you see players do that.
Nice pass going forward to Vicento, and he gets the dunk in, just catching him right as he drops. 8-3, just over 20 seconds. Elevate definitely going to be taking this one. We've talked about the fact that they are a strong team when it comes to this particular game mode, and you see the Cerberus just being kind of an annoyance. I don't think it's picked up a lot of kills, but it's definitely been a pain.
You saw a rocket go by from it on your screen.
You don't want to deal with that when you're trying to just get out of your own base, right?
And you don't see anyone EMP it on the side of Luminosity. Is Luminosity even running a class of EMPs?
I would hope so, or maybe they
have some kind of option for EMPs.
We're not going to allow them to get a server. Oh, here's the final kill.
This is excellent.
It's going
is this
forward.
the final? Is this the first time we've seen in the count?
It might be. It might be. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
No, that's all.
Yeah, it's just gotta be frustrating because like they had it in the base, and like at first I thought it was influencing enough that they were almost spawning up by like B bomb. Though they were spawning out pretty far when that was in the back of the base.
But I think it was because there was another player back there.
No, it was just that you can't spawn on top of the Cerberus. I don't think they really spawned in the back till it started to rotate back. I mean, imagine spawning in the Cerberus on top of them. I don't know if it has the same influence as a player, but at first it was kind of spawning them closer to mid that I thought it was going to backfire, and all of a sudden you were going to see a lot of points go in. But it worked out. They played good defense, and ultimately they're able to take it. But we'll take a look at the scoreboard here in a matter of moments, but it ends up being a win for Elevate. And you thought the team winning the
I thought they would.
CTF, so this looks like it could be a closeout game for Elevate. And this is a big one for Luminosity. Well, both teams. Big game.
Right. And I thought Elevate did some nice stuff with passing. They would have a guy set up behind the tank, And instead of trying to run the drone by on that cross that a lot of teams look at, they just would pass the drone across and just let that guy go in for the easy dunk. So I thought Elevate did some really nice things here. Nothing.
They really did. Now let's take a look at the scoreboard here between these two teams. Matt, what do you like? What do you hate? Who stepped up for you?
Remy, 29 and 20 with 2 carries of the drone into the goal, good for 4 points. So big game out of him. And just look at Spacey, 31 kills. You're looking at when you get games like that out of Spacey, you got to win with your LG. Just John, just a little bit off tonight for whatever reason. 13 and 28. That one.
Yeah, not very John-esque, right? At one point you saw his 4 and 14, just really struggling to get things going. But let's take a highlight at some of the gameplay here from that one. Jacinto picking up some kills. You saw Aqua going big as well, trying to control those power positions across mid-map. And it was a really slow game. Things didn't open up until the final couple of minutes, really.
I feel like it was like till 3 minutes left in the second half. That's when you start to see like a lot of action happen. Otherwise, it was really slow. And I think I was talking at the time when it happened, but I was like, you know, it's going to come down to one team just winning 2 or 3 engagements mid-map, and then just opening it up. And I think at that point, you saw Elevate win like 3 gunfights, I believe, in the middle of the map. And they just opened it up, and they just kept pushing ahead with the drone, and just never stopped from there.
All right, well, the next game is going to be CTF. I believe we've got, I think we're in the correct lobby here. I think you might need to switch over when you are ready, and then we should be good to go. But we are going to be going to Breach CTF. We saw some crazy gameplay earlier. You know, it's really about taking advantage of that stronger side, because we saw it was a CLG trailing 0-2.
Hey guys, I'm actually going to end it right here. I'm sorry you guys won't be able to see face play. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna end it right here. Make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to me. And see you guys. Peace out.